In the energy quadrant today, taking a look at the June crude oil contract in the midst of a two-day reversal from that jump up to 66.76 that we saw yesterday. Crude down another 1.33% after being down 9 basis points yesterday, or 0.09%. Now that might not seem like much, but again, when you look at yesterday's price action, we actually had that jump up to almost $67 a barrel at the CME group on the WTI contract, the June contract. But then we fell off and ended up closing lower. And today it was basically just a down day. We were up a little bit. 65.98 was the high, and that was up a little bit more than 0.5%. And then we collapsed, getting down about 1.3%, and then ending basically there at 64.50. That was the low. We ended about 64.72 or so. So again, backing away from that 67 level, getting through 66, getting through 65, and settling below 65 today. Now, refinery utilization was one of the bright sides yesterday, and it should have withheld crude if there weren't all these other things going on, or I should say should have been able to sustain that bid, because it is showing a slight increase in demand. We got refinery utilization at 86.5, and believe it or not, after a long history of being in the 90s, that was our first refinery utilization figure above 86 since March 20th. So basically, pre-pandemic, this was the highest level. So that's a good sign, and it's been steadily climbing again, showing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for at least domestic demand here in the U.S. But obviously, that's not the only factor in demand. And India is one of the biggest factors for the demand weakness that's being priced in the market the last 2 days. COVID-19 crisis is not only bad, but it's still getting worse. It hasn't improved even the least bit yet. And that's the third largest economy in terms of consuming oil. 4.6% of global oil supply is consumed by India. So no matter how much of a little trickle in demand we get, you'd have to have an explosion in demand everywhere else to make up for that kind of consumption, which clearly is on the downswing of things with the problems they're having with COVID-19. So overall, two-day reversal, it's getting towards support. We'll look to the future to see if it holds up.